I am your heart Madroniel.
And Valeros Lucas.
And I'm Roland BU.
Today, we're excited to be diving into the world of video podcasts to discuss and compare two teacher demos we recently observed. We'll be analyzing them through the lens of the University Stanford Learning Framework, also known as UDL.
We will explore how effectively these demos integrate new literacy and 21st century skills while also examining the alignment between learning objective, activities, and assessment.
Technology integration is another key area of focus, and we'll be discussing the level at which technology is used in each demo lesson. So grab a cup of coffee, tea, or your favorite beverages, and let's get started on this journey of learning.
Let's start first with the demo of Teacher One.
Yes, so the teacher one approach is to out for a strong UTL focus, so clear communication, diverse learning materials, and engaging activities cater to different learning styles. So this is a great example no, of how UTL can create a more inclusive learning environment for students.
Absolutely right. She integrated technology, digital content seamlessly, utilizing multimedia resources like videos and images explaining measurements and conversions. So this aligns perfectly with the digital literacy, which is a crucial literacy for 21st century skills. Because students nowadays are constantly interacting with technology, and by incorporating this technology in the classroom, then teacher one would be ensured that her teachings are effectively demonstrated.
Yes, so furthermore, no, the group task with the laboratory tools improve the communication and the group skill, in which the collaboration is crucial in today's world. So these activities help the student to work well with others, and also the problem-solving task, which sharpen or improve the critical thinking skills of each student.
However, there is always room for improvement for teacher one, providing explanations and highlighting key concepts for better understanding so that all students have the access of information, especially for those students who are not familiarized with these specific terminologies or concepts that is being presented.
Now, looking at the integration between the learning objectives, activities, and even the assessment, we gotta say that Tier 1's lesson plan is very well structured. Now, this alignment, which is the constructive alignment, it ensures that all students receive the same opportunity in order to learn the material and demonstrate their own understanding.
Agreed. She integrated the Connect Media na alignment between sa ILOs and sa inyong mga activities. No? Activities are really directly related to the intended learning outcomes. Like for instance, the oral recitation in which that oral recitation is to assess the knowledge of the concepts in which nialan siya sa IL1 and also the group activity. So that group activity is to practice the application of those concepts in which nialign siya sa IL2. So this alignment is really crucial to ensure that the students of teacher one really we did not just memorize information, but actually we also develop a deeper understanding of the concept.
Yes, so in terms of technology integration stuff, no? So the lesson plan primarily falls under the TICO or the transformational level. So these levels use technology for creation and knowledge sharing, in which the TICO is valuable set or valuable setup, which helps students to allow to create a new learning product and share their knowledge with others, just like sa PowerPoint presentation.
Now, incorporating the T3 or the transcendent element, it could even be more powerful. This is because this could involve students using digital tools in order to create experiments or collaborate in research projects which is related to measurements and conversion. Now, the T3 technology integration takes things a step further. It encourages students to use technology in order to address the inquiries learning, the problem solving, and even the design thinking.
So I think some strategies that teacher one can do to incorporate the TP technology integration is like for instance, students could use online simulations or apps that helps in practicing conversions in different units of measurements.
Yes, and also we can collaborate now with research project using online resources to explore a real life application for measurement and conversion in various fields like engineering or medicine. And also students can create, design and can conduct their own experiment using digital tools to measure various object or phenomena.
Now, for me, the overall demonstration of the teacher wants demo teaching. Uh, the demo teacher actually in a accompanied or ipakita bito niya ng pag-incorporate sa UDL ba, kung yan nag-encourage ko sa mga student interaction. Now, these are just my personal suggestions for the improvement of the teacher wants demo teaching. Now, this could include my first suggestion, which is to encourage peer interaction and student-based choices para by increased engagement. Now, this could allow the students to choose their preferred method in order to complete tasks and even to work in groups with peers na kakayas within the strengths and weaknesses. This could allow them to expand and be more knowledgeable with what they do and what they want to do. My second suggestion is to provide opportunity for the students to share their own personal opinions or self-reflections. Now, this encourages students to share their own knowledge or experiences that they acquired, and it also allows them to self-reflect sila kung about para ma-develop nila ilang mga skill o para makita nila ang ilang mga areas na kailangan pag-improvements.
So what I can also suggest is the teacher one should utilize graphic organizers or highlighting key concepts for better understanding, especially visual aids. So I think it's really important na mag-incorporate dito ng visual aids because visual aids are incredibly helpful for all types of learners. So through visual aids, utilizing mga graphic organizers or highlighting key concepts, then teacher one can ensure that ang mga students nila is nakasagot. And also, just like what he said na dapat every activities there should be a reflection dapat na istorya bitaw tapos din feedback because as what I can see in the VCs and in the demo wala yung feedback sa ang activities na which are
Yes, no? So by incorporating this suggestion, no, so the teacher one can create a more interactive or student-centered environment which help to foster the deepen learning of the students. So student-centered environment is empower students to take in an active role to their learning in which this lead to a greater motivation and engagement.
Now that we're done discussing about the demo one, let us now discuss about the demo two using the same frameworks and how the other teacher integrates UTL principles and the new thesis.
Now let's shift gears and discuss them. So here we observe a focus in the positional landforms in which these are fascinating examples of how geological process shapes our landscapes.
That's right. So the lesson demonstrates a strong understanding of UDL principle in which the teacher emphasized the personalized learning and peer interaction through group activities and presentation, in which this approach notice caters the diverse learning styles and also this allows students to learn from each other.
Now, this is correct because using the multimedia presentations such as videos and images is falls under the digital literacy, which is a very essential skills for the 21st century. Now, these students need to be able to access, evaluate, and create information, and this using digital tools. Now, this lesson plan perfectly integrates those skills in order to assess the 21st century learning styles.
Additionally, the demo really present critical thinking skills through the activity of analyzing the positional patterns and also on kami daw nato ang problem solving skills through the simulation activity. So I really believe that these skills are really crucial for students as they will be able to uh, tackle complex challenges in the field that they choose to pursue.
So, however, there is always a room for improvement, like providing a clear explanation to key vocabulary such as deposition or erosion, in which this can ensure the whole student grasps the concept and also the improving the feedback mechanism in which this enhance student learning, in which the feedback play a crucial role in learning process, in which this allows students to know their strengths, their weaknesses, and also they can identify here the areas for improvement.
Now, looking at the integration, the lesson plan perfectly aligns the learning objectives, the activities, and even the assessments. This allows the students to relate the topic directly to what the learning objective is and what the students are trying to achieve in the learning objectives that the students need them for the learning to achieve.
Yes, I absolutely agree because as what I can observe and all of us observe, the group presentation and worksheet activity directly address to the intended learning outcomes of understanding the position and the positional platforms. Like for instance, the group presentation it allows students to showcase their knowledge in a creative format, about 2 points. And also, the worksheet activity allows students to have the opportunity for individual assessment.
Yes, so the technology integration falls under the D2 level, in which using presentation and simulation for creating a new learning product, in which, as I said earlier in Teacher 1, the D2 also, the D2 level is a valuable step in which it helps students to create presentation and also participate in simulation to better understand the learning materials.
Now, what effective integrating the T3 elements like using digital tools in order to research real-world examples of expositional landforms, it could effectively enhance the student experiences of their learning experiences rather. And this integration of the T3 technology encourages students to use technology for their own inquiry-based learning and to foster a deeper understanding of the topic.
So I think some examples of how the teacher in the demo can incorporate the T3 technology integration is that, for instance, students could use an online mapping tools to explore real-world examples of positional landforms, such as beaches, and Jules, and Kevin, mga helpers. And also, students could work in groups and create a multimedia presentation in which the students, there's a comparing and contrasting of the different types of compositional languages.
Yes, also the student can use virtual reality simulation to experience the formation of the positional landform firsthand.
Now, overall, the demo teacher to accompany the learning student-centered approach with engaging activities. Now, here are some of my suggestions for the improvement. My first suggestion is to provide the clear explanations for the students in order to fully grasp the content of the lesson plan or the teaching or the information that the teacher delivers to the students. My second suggestion is to provide feedbacks for the students to now this could be through comments, through one-on-one conferences and other ways in order to monitor their um, kailangan na learn bitaw kung sa may mga areas na dapat nila ipa-develop.
So I would also like what we consider provide real-world examples at case studies, gawin ng case studies. So ano sila is para ito mas masaktan ang students na makasakot sila, makabuhay sila nga this is relevant and relatable for them. Because providing real-world examples can help students easily connect the concept that they are learning from the classroom to the world around them.
So, by incorporating this suggestion, also the teacher can create a more comprehensive and well-rounded learning experiences for students to better understand the depositional landform. Now that we analyzed both Teacher 1 and Teacher 2, let's take a moment to compare them and discuss some key takeaways.
Absolutely. Now, both demos showcase strong aspects. Demo 1 focuses on the integration of digital principles in order to cater to diverse learning styles, whereas Demo 2 integrates the use of technology in order to create presentations and simulations.
Yes, however, there's room for improvement in both. In Demo 1, this could benefit from incorporating a more student choice and opportunities for self-reflection. And while in Demo 2, it could benefit in providing a clear explanation of key vocabularies and utilize technology to deeper explore the topic.
Now, this comparison is very tempting to learn when taking mind into different factors may help para mag-effective the lesson plan. For example, UTL, the new literacies, technology integration, constructive alignment, they all play a very crucial role in making an engagement and meaningful learning experiences for all students.
However, it's really important to remember that there's no such thing as one size fits all approach. So meaning that there's no one best strategy, but the best strategy will vary depending on the student population, depending on the subject matter content, and it depends on the learning objectives. So however, itong mga na-discuss natin ng mga frameworks, we can use them as a guide. So by using those frameworks that we discussed, we can, educators can incorporate teaching strategies, para ma-cater teaching strategies for their lessons in which ang mga lessons nila is maka-cater to the diverse needs of their students. Thanks for joining us on this video podcast. We hope This discussion provided valuable insights into UDL, new literacies, and technology integration in teaching.
We encourage you to like and subscribe to our channel for more educational content on a variety of topics related to teaching and learning.
If you have any comments or questions, leave them down in the comment section below.
Happy teaching!